Hello, it's Miss Kravchak, and I am your math teacher for this summer. I missed you today. Today was July 8th, Wednesday, and our big idea was to use place value understanding to read, write, and identify values in three-digit numbers. We used pictures and models. The first thing we did was watch a video. So I'm going to go ahead and play that video for you now so you get a chance to watch it too.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's all that fit inside the ones place value line. So I picked another pair and made a group of 10 to fit into a bag perfectly even. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I had to keep picking pairs of hunger I had to feed. So I picked another 10 and that led to one group of 100. The pair bumped me on the head, and I said, 10 ones make 10. 10 groups of 10 are 100. 10 hundreds make 1,000. The pattern never ends. I rode my bike 1 whole mile, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and in a little while, another mile made one group of 10. A little voice inside my head said, keep going, I know you can. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I never knew I had so many miles inside me. The end of my trip was coming up ahead. I rode 10 more miles and reached 100. Then that little voice inside my head said, 10 ones make 10. 10 groups of 10 are 100. 10 hundreds make 1,000. The pattern never ends. After the bell rang at 8 o'clock, I started playing with my base 10 blocks. I stacked up 9, and then one more made 10, and then 10 tens equaled 100. 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. Another 100 wouldn't fit in the 100 space. I had to write one group in the thousands place. Then I played the air bass. 10 ones make 10. 10 groups of 10 are 100. 10 hundreds make 1,000. The pattern never ends. 10 ones make 10. 10 groups of 10 are 100. 10 hundreds make 1,000. The pattern never ends. 10 groups of 1,000 equal 10,000. 10,000 make 100,000. And 10 of those make 1,000,000. And the pattern has no end.
After we watched the video, we did a little bit of practice looking at base 10 blocks for the hundreds, the tens, the ones, and then reading the number and writing the number. Here I see 100, 110, and 11. So I write the number 111, and I read it 111. Let's do a little bit together. How many hundreds do you see? 2. How many tens do you see? 3. How many ones do you see? 5. I would write this number with a 2 in the hundreds, a 3 in the tens, and a 5 in the ones. I would read this number 235. The value of my 5 in the ones place is 5. The value of my 3 in the tens place is 30. And the value of my 2 in the hundreds place is 200. Let's look at this one together. How many hundreds do you see? 5. How many tens do you see? 2. How many ones do you see? 1. I would write this number with a 5 in the hundreds, a 2 in the tens, and a 1 in the ones, and I would read it 521. The 1 in the ones has a value of 1. The 2 in the tens has a value of 20. And the 5 in the hundreds has a value of 500. After we did some practice, we played bingo, and unfortunately we can't play that together. But then I showed the students their independent task in our Learning for All website. In your Schoology course, you have a math folder with week 1. In week 1, you have your week 1 follow-up. If this ever happens where it doesn't open right here, I want you to remember you have this button right here, the square with an arrow. If you click this, it will open in a new window for you. All right, here you have your week 1 follow-up task. First, you can watch a video and play a game to practice place value. And then you have an independent task in Schoology. So if I click here, it'll take me back to Schoology and I see my place value independent task. You have 1 independent task every week for math. Should be short, and it's very similar to what we did before, where we were looking at the place value using base 10 blocks, how many hundreds, how many tens, how many ones, and then we were writing the number that we saw. I encourage you to also say the number out loud, so not only are you writing, but you're also reading the numbers that you see. You have 2 questions like that, and then you also have questions where it's asking you to look at a written number, circle the place value of the underlined digit, and then tell me what the value is. So you're going to do this 1 independent task. So again, video, game you can play, independent task. You can also go to the VB Learning for All, and here you have some second grade activities, lots of them, parent resources, student resources, Go Noodle, stories, typing. You also have like Smarty Ants and Go Math and Tinker for coding. But here in the center, you have a week of language arts and math activities that are very similar to what you were doing with Miss Salas and with me. If you click on week 1, it'll show you that your week 1 math activity, which is optional in the VB Learning for All site, is with place value. So you can come here again, do some place value practice, play some games, things like that. I hope to see you tomorrow. We'll meet again and we'll continue to practice some place value.